Get in!
Yes, guys, we have beaten Tottenham. Finally, we have won a North London derby after a few years where we've had a relatively poor record against Spurs, especially away from home. At home, picked up some draws, only lost once at the Emirates to Spurs, but our last win at Spurs was the 2-1 win in the League Cup third round. I think it was third round or whatever, where Matthew Flamini scored those two goals and that amazing volley. So yeah, we've had a bad record against Spurs recently. I wasn't really expecting to win. Although everyone in the media was putting us down. Everyone was saying it's going to be a comfortable Spurs win, 2 or 3-0. Not. I mean, I've been watching the debate all this week. I don't know if you watch it, but it's on Sky, and literally every day they were talking about the North London derby, and everyone was going, "Oh, I just can't see Arsenal winning. It's just going to be a comfortable Spurs win." And in a way, you can't really blame them, but our home record this season is very good. That's 6 league wins out of 6 league games. And in addition, it's the North London derby. I mean, you can't really take form into it. Players are always going to be up to battling, and I saw the Instagram post yesterday. Oh, we need to fight for this. It's the North London derby. We need to beat Spurs. And the players did seem up for it today, and they seem to get that it's a rivalry and it matters so much to the fans, this game in particular. It's the first time for a few years that we've done that. I've got to give a lot of praise. I've got a lot of credit to Arsene Wenger today, because I thought his lineup was it was the lineup you'd expect Arsene Wenger to make. Obviously, our full strength team is probably our best team on paper when we're playing the back three formation. Mustafi, Koscielny, Monreal. I thought the three of them were excellent. Petr Cech in goal. And then obviously the wing-backs, Bellerin, Kolasinac, Ramsey, Xhaka, Lacazette, Ozil and Sanchez. That is probably our strongest team. Finally, he played Lacazette in a big game. Obviously, he played him at Chelsea, but he left him out at Liverpool and City. Why? We don't know. And we could see in this game what we missed last week. His moves, his running in behind was excellent. He was a nuisance to the Spurs defence. I know at times when he got on the ball, he was muscled off it, and wasn't necessarily as clinical in front of goal as we want him to be. Put a few shots miles over the bar, but I thought he caused them so many problems. Ozil and Sanchez, we wanted them to show up. They didn't show up against City. Ozil, for me, was man of the match, and as Sky gave him to man of the match, I thought he was absolutely brilliant today. Got on the ball, worked, he always plays the right pass, and he always played the right pass. He set up loads of chances, plays the last ball into the player who shoots. And I thought his work rate was much better. He was tackling people. Sanchez was Sanchez was a nuisance to Spurs' defence. He was just brilliant. Scored the goal. I thought he took it really well. He did the only finish that would probably score that goal. He did, and obviously the first touch was a bit obviously he couldn't control, and a lot of players would have lost the ball, but he took out well. I thought Xhaka was much more disciplined. He didn't give the ball away as much. I thought it was a really good performance from Xhaka. Ramsey as well, I was really impressed with. Brought a lot of energy, and went forward. Caused the Spurs defence problems, but he also was defensively disciplined. And yeah, I was saying maybe we should start Coquelin in this game, but obviously it didn't work against City, and I thought Ramsey was excellent. And the back three for me, I thought Mustafi was brilliant. Koscielny was much better. He was much more like himself today. Commanding, winning headers, making brilliant blocks. And then Bellerin and Kolasinac. I think both were slightly sloppy at times, but they cancelled out Trippier and Davies, who are both very good wing backs, and both normally when they play for Spurs have a big effect on the game, but they didn't in this game. And I thought Bellerin and Kolasinac were the standout players. I thought Bellerin in particular in the first half was getting down Tottenham's left hand side, exploiting Vertonghen's lack of pace, and I thought that was a really good attacking option for us. And I thought we just really took the game to Spurs in the first half. Very high pressing. We kind of played them their own game. Didn't give them time on the ball. Had a lot of the ball ourselves. Created openings. We could have had a few more goals. Some really nice movements. Lacazette had a great chance where Bellerin played it across from a Ramsey ball. That was really nice. And yeah, we had some other opportunities. Alexis Sanchez had a couple of chances, but we got the goals. Great header from Mustafi. Yes, you can say it probably wasn't a foul, and he may have been very, very marginally offside, but the amount of times that's happened to us last week, debatably, it wasn't a penalty on Sterling, and it was definitely offside from David Silva. And early on in the season, Lacazette away to Stoke scores, and he's clearly onside, and that wasn't given. So you could kind of say it's justice. Obviously Spurs will be annoyed, but I think we definitely deserve to win anyway, regardless of the result. I thought we were excellent. We just didn't allow Spurs to play the game that. Obviously, that's what Spurs normally do. They normally press. They normally stop the opposition from playing, and then they just got some brilliant attacking players. That trio of Kane, Ali, and Eriksen, but they were. I know Kane is just coming back from an injury. Ali maybe is coming back from an injury. I don't think there was really anything in that. But Eriksen, but they were all really, really quiet and really poor. I thought we did really well to isolate Kane throughout the match, and Ali had practically no effect on the game at all. I remember going to the Emirates a couple of years ago, and that was just when Ali was coming through. It was his first season. Yeah, and he was absolutely sensational then. I remember him just destroying our midfield. Admittedly, I think it might have been Flamini and Ramsey playing that day, but still, we got destroyed. And today it was just the polar opposite. We were just so much better than them in every department. Ali was just so quiet, and I hate Ali so much. I hate Kane. I just hate Tottenham, and these Tottenham fans have just been so delusional today. Saying stuff like, "Oh, at least we still beat Real." They're clinging on to one performance. What pathetic fan base. Just one performance. Oh, look, we won a game. Yay, we won a game. Well done, you've won a game, but you've won no trophies. They're acting like, oh, because we qualified ahead of you and finished ahead of you for one season, we're some huge, better club than you. We're so much better than you. And then somehow, some Spurs fans still claim that they'd rather finish ahead of us and for one season and qualify to the Champions League than win trophies. Surely you'd rather win trophies than qualify for the Champions League. That's what football's about. It's about winning trophies, especially if you consider yourself a big club. When we went 9-year trophy drought, our fans were so angry and it was horrible. And Spurs have now gone on a 9-year trophy drought, and it's like the best period of their whole club. Obviously not ever, but in the last 20 or 30 years, it's the best team they've had, and they're not winning anything. That, I think, just shows the different level of the clubs, how much more superior a club we are, how much bigger a club we are to Spurs. Gonna get loads of dislikes from Spurs now, but Spurs fans, but you're worse than us. You're just in our shadow. I'm sorry, you just are. You'll forever be in our shadow, and today we slaughtered you. Wenger, well done. You got the tactics right. You got the players up for them for the match. You motivated them. They didn't really need much motivating for this game anyway. But well done players, well done team. Just so happy. Although we took our foot off the gas a bit in the second half, they had a lot more possession and stuff. We were still the better team. We still had the better chances. I think they had one chance with Eric Dyer Eric Dyer header and a save from Czech. But it was just so comfortable. I'm sorry, Tottenham, I hate you. But you're forever in our shadow.